Well, thank you for letting me tune in, lady. Thank you for letting me tune in. This is the Coronado's family and all my girlfriends and all my lady friends out there. This is our special time to spend together. And I know this is totally unacceptable. I tell you, I don't know why it's unacceptable to do things the right way, but as long as you out there doing it the wrong way, you can do as much drugs and you can do as much illegal gambling and, open container. They ain't got no problem with it. You in the car with 4 dudes, no girls in sight. You ain't got no plans of going to meet no girls. You can do as many drugs and goddamn as many open containers and many weapons, no problem. Nobody ain't gonna never pull you over. You can be coming from South America, from Honduras, no license, no tag, no nothing. You can ride around town all night and do whatever you want to do. As long as there ain't no women around you, you know what I'm saying? But if you finna make out with a woman, if you think you finna do things the way it's supposed to be done, oh baby, they finna break that up, man. Sad, but it's true, like, and you know why you do it. You might be curious, you might be like Curious George, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah, you're curious, you're crazy, and all that shit, but nobody ever evaluated you. You know what I'm saying? As curious as you want to be. You know what I'm saying? As backwards as you want to be. Nobody ever said you was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever goddamn took your possessions from you and throwed you in the asylum. No matter how evident it is that you're doing things the wrong way. You know what I mean? So I tell you like this, like, I ain't gonna lie, I love my girlfriends. I love them. I tell you, love them. And all I can do is tell them that I talk to my sons most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to talk to the women like that because women are more articulate. You know what I'm saying? They more articulate. They know without talking about it. You know what I'm saying? They know. So, the guys that don't know about it, they get mad. You know what I mean? They just how I go. They mad as hell. They mad that they don't know. You know what I mean? So all they do is ride around. You know what I mean? Because they don't know. You know? The only thing they can show you is how mad they is. You don't want to make me mad. You know what I mean? So it's a sad situation. Like, a lot of these women, a lot of them, they in relationship with these guys and they do it for the children or they do it to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as getting some real romance or something, they not getting that. No. And I'm gonna tell you, without it, you surely die. You'll get sick as hell. Either or. You know what I mean? You don't find you some real goddamn satisfaction, goddamn. Your ass is you better off a lot of times unresponsive, goddamn. Your ass be as pale as a mother. I'm trying to tell you. You be paler than David Chappelle around this motherfucker. Your ass be eating breakfast, goddamn. You'll be eating breakfast at 2 in the afternoon. Now I tell you, you'll be eating brunch, nigga. And I tell you at midnight, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be thinking that's the way it's supposed to be. You'll be in other states like Tennessee and Louisiana, and they'll be looking at you like you ain't from here, are you? And you'll be saying, no, you're from David Chappelle land. That land. Pale as you want to be, man. Ride the pale horse and ain't no turning around. Man. Get you a dose of that pale horse and ain't no coming back. Man. Pale as you want to be. No less way. I tell you, Roll Tide. It took the very end. A lot of times your kids don't learn. Your alumni don't learn to the end. They celebrated Najee Harris like nobody business. Like, they screamed his name, you know what I'm saying? And goddamn it's just the last hour though. Like, I ain't gonna say that, like, they didn't do what they were supposed to do to the very end. Like, see what I'm saying? Now if they would have did that cohesively during the season, they would have never had to make it seem like it was about him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because really it's a team thing. It's a team effort. You don't have to do right when you lose. You're supposed to do right during the whole season. Like, You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Tua. Tua did all he could to not pass the ball to Nigel, and he still was the best running back in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine if he did what he was supposed to do. Just imagine if he passed the ball to him every time he was supposed to do. Just imagine where he would really be, like, he'd be outstanding, like, without a doubt. His yards would be so far past any running back that ever ran that ball. Like, same thing with Damon. When Damon was out there, Tua was doing everything he could not to pass that ball to Damon, like, everything. He passed to Judy. He passed the Scruggs or whatever that dude name. Waddle, anybody, but he didn't want Harris to have the ball. Didn't want him to have it, like. In fact, when Damon first started playing, they tried to kill his ass. Like, man, they was hitting him so fucking hard. I'm talking about the entire defense of every ACC team that they played. Their whole defense was going at Damon, like. They was trying to injure him, and thank God they didn't. And thank God they didn't break none of his bones. They was hitting him hard as hell, like, because they hate. It's just something about him. They just don't like him, like, Sad, but it's true. But like I said, like, it's bad when you have to get to the very end, like, and try to do right. You know what I mean? When it's kind of late. You know what I mean? It's late, like, you know what I mean? Christmas is gone. You know, the party was yesterday. You know what I mean? You know, you was wrong as you could be. You know what I mean? You was out of line, out of pocket. You know, if one false move yesterday, and goddamn, it could have been a funeral today, like, you know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna say you sorry. You'll do anything, but pay your dues. You won't say you sorry, and you're not gonna pay up. You'll do everything except that. You know what I mean? And like I said, that man probably don't want you calling his name and screaming his name and stuff like that. He just wanted you to be fair, like, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Probably the same thing with Jalen. Why can't you just be fair? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You try to do everything you trying to do to avoid Harris. Now you ain't even playing ball no more. You know what I mean? You ain't even playing. They ain't even talking about you. They talking about Mac Jones, man. Something you probably never would have thought that they not even talking about you no more. You know what I mean? Sad, but it's true, like, you know. I tell you, pay to play is a real thing. It's not just a Democratic thing. That's with anybody. If you don't pay, man, you ain't finna get no. I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, Alabama and Auburn only got 5 minutes in today. I'm talking about the last day of the year, and they was up there doing a damn sit-in, like, a sit-in on your last day. How much sense do that make, like? Man, you should have had customers. You should have had customers line up to get as much airtime to talk about your program, your athlete, your academics, the things that your school have to offer, your alumni association, your state. You could have talked about your insurance companies, your restaurants, your hotels, Robert Trent, Gateway, goddamn golf course. You could have talked about all that stuff, but you were so busy trying to say we don't need you. You know what I mean? And goddamn, you just took a beat down. It's sad. It's sad that your pride is that. One thing they probably can't say, them people pride is so damn far embedded, man. It ain't really nothing you can do. You know? They don't care about nothing but they pride. That's all they care about. They'd rather lose their 401k and their retirement just to say that they don't like you, like. And when you get old and frail, you're going to see how bad a mistake that it is. You're going to see. Man, one time I went up there to Tuscaloosa County, and this very high-ranking official alumni, he said, Coronado, I'm going to show you something. I said, come here, man. This is where a whole lot of boosters, people that really, they really into football and rooting to do anything for the football program. And these, you know, they're here at this retirement place. And then, Jay Jam, I tell you, that shit look like Baptist South Lane. It look like Baptist South Lane. This is where they're going to be living their last days. You know what I mean? And these people, they are nuts about the football program, Coronado. do anything for it. You know what I'm saying? Sad, but it's true, like, yeah. The mug look like they're in the hospice, like, you know what I'm trying to tell you. The real is the eventualities is really the sum of a lot of things, like, you know, your fanaticism, you being a fanatic about something, this is where it's gonna lead to. You just you crazy about somebody that's not crazy about you. You know what I mean? They gonna be living in a mansion, and you're gonna be in a 6x6. You see what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it. You might have one piece of furniture in your room. It might say Roll Tide. And you have a cot, motherfucker, and a sink in there. It's sad, but it's true. Like, very sad. Very true. I'll tell you. I've always been an artist and stuff like that. Like, had real good talent at a very young age of being able to draw and make music. I always been like that, but one time some people got very jealous of me. It might have been because of my music and stuff like that and what I was doing, and that kind of way they did some type of experiment on me, and I kind of, I wasn't able to do that stuff no more. I was like a cold turkey. Like I was, I ain't gonna lie. One time I told my auntie, I told her I probably wasn't going, I told her the way I felt. I had told him, I was like, man, this is, I felt like Michael Jackson, motherfucker. This is it, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I like them motherfuckers, that shit, they doing that shit killing my ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what I told them. They were like, oh, Coronado, it's not, you're doing so good. You know what I'm saying? You're doing better than you ever done before. You saying what I'm saying? When I tell you I was very fortunate to get out of there, like, because I was comatose, man. Them people hated me. I'm talking about, that was during the Obama administration. Man, they hated me. I'm talking about they hated my fucking gut. Them motherfuckers feeding me fucking venom, like, I'm trying to tell you. I was very fortunate to get out of there, you know what I'm saying? Very fortunate. I tell you, man, I was very fortunate to meet the Koreans too, because even though I love African American girls, they just, I don't know, man. African American girls, they like angels, man. You know what I'm saying? You're fortunate to date one of them, and then after that, it's pretty much a wrap. You know what I mean? It's a wrap after that, cause I like Koreans. I'm gonna hang out with the Korean now, cause I might not be in the tree. You deal with Africans and white folks, you'll end up in the tree. That's for sure. But the Koreans, they not really like that. You know what I mean? Very sad, but it's true. So you gotta tell, like I tell Nigel Damon, the motherfuckers got there screaming your name, you better remember it and praise it. That one time they rooted for you at least one time. They rooted for you one time. They scream your name one time. That's good as hell. That's good. It's excellent. That type of stuff don't happen, man. I tell you, African American man is the most hated man that ever walked the planet. You know what I mean? Everybody hates him. You know what I mean? He killed himself. His woman don't like him. The white folks don't like him. Nobody likes him. Sad, but it's true. Like, he's very successful. He make a lot of money, and nobody likes him.